feel really good about yourself if you make it successful, and also you have this feeling of independence that is satisfying. Hi, I'm Lee Bowman, the principal of Legion Land and Development. Legion is a boutique real estate firm that specializes in the 15501 corridor from Pittsboro up to Chapel Hill. We do construction, we do planning, we do consulting, anything and everything within that industry of real estate development. I had been successful for a couple of decades with this larger national company, managing and leading two of their big developments, and they had provided great resources, but I had done some of my own kind of systems and management philosophies, if you will. And so I'm thinking, man, I'm making them a lot of money, and I said, well, I can do that on my own, and I began to put the wheels in motion, and got a couple of clients, and ones that couldn't really sustain full-time work, but was able to work it out in a way that made sense where I could take a risk, and that's kind of the gist of it. First project on my own, I'm actually still finishing that project up. It was with a nonprofit organization that focuses on therapeutic services for those with mental illness. However, they saw the need for housing as healthcare. I was able to assist them, kind of take their vision and go to the various architects and engineers and then the town and county regulators to make their vision a reality. At the Tiny Home Village project, we've got 15 tiny homes. Each of the homes is about 450 square feet. Generally have a diagnosis of severe mental illness like schizophrenia or bipolar, and they've been working with various therapists and other folks associated with UNC Mental Health Center. And we almost have the clubhouse. It's going to have laundry facilities, meeting rooms, a fitness facility, so we'll fully kind of round out their experience with this housing as healthcare idea. And then there'll be meeting space where there can be kind of some of the therapy that they might need, whether the therapy is kind of group counseling or more physical therapy like yoga and that kind of stuff. These are the plans. So this is actually, might be interesting for you to see. This is the construction plans for how this building was considered or conceived, and so here you can see a floor plan. Here's a site plan. That's the building on the site where the other houses are. Right here. This is the garden. So they've already begun doing some spring plants, lots of kind of cabbages and lettuces and that kind of stuff, and the other areas that they're tending to, prepping for probably more of your typical summer type vegetables like onions and peppers and tomatoes and those kinds of things. Mindset and their motive for doing the work is more than just, say, a typical for-profit project would be. I really enjoy kind of grappling with a feasibility issue and working with them to understand how to take this vision, this idea, and create something that no one ever else has thought of, and actually put the technical skills into it to design it from an architecture and engineering standpoint, then actually build it. And so that's really inspirational to me.